Yes, good. For the task number two, we are actually asked to create an employee table, then to execute the following query, actually the following list of queries, which are the lead and the lag given to us as expected. So as discussed here, let me just show this question in the registration here, the record here. So yes, here we are required to create an entity employees and then after execute the queries. Those are the queries. They are simply analysis methods. Lead, we are going to execute them. No more, no less. So let's do so. Let's do so. Let's begin. Where it is. Employees entity, I'm going to respect the same architecture. We have employee code, employee name, join-in date, and employee date. And date, join-in date, and end date. Let's respect that. Let's respect that. So create employee. It's not, I'm going to write it in small. Employee. Table employee. I'm going to say, come on. Imp code, he's saying it's an int. Imp name, it's a varchar. I'm going to give a size, it's 50. What else? Join in date and end date. I'm going to use varchar to avoid the syntax issues, this syntax verification, and the end date. So I'm going to use a varchar. It may give more, less than 50, but it's okay. Join in date. Typo. Let me execute. Let me create actually them clockwise. Execute. Successfully created. Refresh my tables. Employee. Yes, here it is. Here it is. Good. I'm gonna insert records for that. Insert into employee. It appeared. No specific values. I'm going to say immediately no specification of the of the fields because we are I'm inserting everything for everything. The employee code, it's an int, so I'm going to give 1. The employee name, it's a varchar, so in between single quotations, I'm going to say Malik, whatever. The join-in date, it's a varchar, so I'm going to give it in between. I'm going to say 10/10/2010. Great. And date, it's a varchar also. There's no dot here. There's no dot here. And date is a varchar also. I'm going to specify it in between 2 single quotations. I'm going to say 10/10/10. Well, and 10/15, 2015. It's okay. Good. I'm going to execute. Copy, paste. Student, let's say Maha, 2011, 2017. Execute. Ready. Whatever. It is 20 and 12, for example, and at the same date, for example. Leave it. Not 1, it's 3. I made a mistake. It is 2 here. We'll update it. So I'm going to execute. Happened perfectly. Let me select the employee and check what it holds now. select, I'm going to say star from employees or employee. Yes, we have 3, 1, 1, 3. The one, actually the second one, I'm going to update the imp code into 2. The imp code is into 2. I'm going to say update employee set what imp code, here it appears, equals to 2, where what? The employee name is Maha. Emp name equals in between single quotations Maha. Let me execute. Affected, perfect. Let me check again. Select. Yes, 2. It has been changed to 2. Perfect. Last now we fixed the issue here. This issue. Okay, 2. Now let's generate our. Let's execute the queries he's asking us. So it's the lead only. I'm gonna immediately apply a lead. Actually, he's asking the lead to be on the joining date. The expected next joining date for the next employee, something like that. So select star, and I'm going to generate a new lead column. Everything from the table plus this field. I'm going to say over also as. Did he give us the title? Yes, and no, it is end date. End date, yes, absolutely. And date. Come on. Here. From what? Employee. Great. The lead. Focus on the, actually we need the join-in date. Join-in date. Great. Offset 1 over also join-in date. Order by, I'm going to do order by join-in date, capital D. I'm going to say ASC. Let's execute. Yes, it works very fine. The last one is null. The last one is null. Perfect. Perfect for everybody. So we got all the fields: imp code, imp name, join-in date, and date, and this new field. This new field, it is here, and date. This new field, the end date, we generated here as the new field. It is here. It is here. So our analysis is, let's say, retrieving data to us. Yeah, actually, this is the totality of the request, because all actually it is the context of lead lag analysis. But let me just make a small modification to this query here. Actually, the lead, we are just, and the lag also, earlier we used only the partition and the offset value. If we give, what if we give an offset, sorry, a default value to the the partition? Let's try to make you understand. What does it mean? Here we have this thing. I'm going to just modify it a little bit. It's the same query I'm going to do, but this is the offset. I'm going to add the default value according to, I'm going to respect the syntax. The default value, actually, since it is done in date, it is varchar and it holds dates. So I'm going to use the date, but in between single quotations. I'm going to give, for example, the 10, the first date, 2010, the same, 2010. I'm going to respect. Yes, let me execute and see actually if it gives us the same result or not. See what it's doing to us. There is no null value. There is no null value. It means the null here has been replaced with this value. The null has been replaced with this value. If I give here, for example, out of service, for example, out of service. If it's a varchar, it's still in between single quotations. Execute out of service. It is here out of service. I'm going to type it the same typo, out of service. So it is replaced the null. Take off the default null. The null. He's saying null. Yeah, out of the. I'm going to return it back out of service. Or I'm going to say today, the same date of today, 21st 10 2020. If nothing there, so he has to tell me the date of today. Or I'm going to replace with current. Whatever. So it's a string just to specify your analysis, what you are willing to do. No more, no less. So here actually we are reading the future values, but if I for all employees, for all the available and let's say records, I'm going to do the same thing, but for the previous, let's say, readers, for the previously registered credentials, I'm going to do actually the same process. Select star. The method is lag. So, and it's a nova here to do an order, and I'm going to give it a header. I'm going to say start date. This is actually a header from the same entity, which is the employee. Here it appears. Good. Let me do the lag content. The lag actually it is based on the join-in date. Join-in is the same. Here it appeared. Offset it's 1 still. No default here now. Over what? Over I'm gonna do the same thing. Join-in date the same. Join-in date over. I'm gonna do an order by join-in date. It's an ascending mode, ASC. Great. Let me test. Lag. Execute. I have an error. Colon join-in date. Spell and typo. Join-in date. What's the problem with the join-in date? Yeah. Typo. Join-in. It's correct. Absolutely. It's join-in. Come on. It's typo. Yes. Let me execute now. Yes, here it is. The null is at the beginning. So our start date, this is it. Our field start date, here it is. The others, they are from the start, from this one. All the fields, they are available. Let's take a default value. Start date is actually, let's say we started the job 2004, for example. So I'm going to say 10/2004 as the date of the start of the University of Nizwa. Yes, here it is. I'm going to say here UONH, replace this one, UONH. Yeah, UONH, I'm going to say UON startup. Yes, any actually clarification to make me understand or to make the users at the end understand what we are going to do, no more, no less. Great. We came to an end. Actually, the task number 2, 1 and 2, they are actually similar, just entities, they are different. I need you to execute the thing, please. Do the thing step by step and send me the outcome. I do not need any copy paste from each other. No copy paste. I'm warning you. This is actually an insistent message. I'm dreadfully asking you to not do any kind of copying. If you hear your name, just pronounce and let me hear you, please. I'm gonna